Welcome back to South Africa Simplified. If you filled up your car this morning, you probably felt a sharp pain in your wallet. It is April 2026, and the honeymoon of a stable economy has just hit a massive speed bump.
South Africans are bracing for another round of fuel price increases from the 1st of April, with the latest data from the Central Energy Fund pointing to a petrol increase of over 5 rand per litre, while diesel is expected to increase by over 9 rand per litre.
The numbers are out, and they are not pretty. Petrol is up by over 3 rand per litre, and diesel, the fuel that powers the trucks moving our food, has spiked by over 7 rand. In this video, we are breaking down the April squeeze. We will look at why prices are skyrocketing, and more importantly, how this is putting the GNU, our Government of National Unity, to its biggest test yet. Is the coalition holding together, or are the cracks starting to show? Let's simplify it. First, let's talk about your money. Every April 1st, South Africans expect some changes, but 2026 has delivered a knockout blow. The Minister of Mineral and Petroleum Resources announced these hikes, citing global tensions and oil supply chain disruptions. But here is the part many people missed. The government has stepped in with a temporary 3 rand reduction in the fuel levy. This is basically a government discount to keep us from total collapse. But there is a catch. This discount is only valid until the 5th of May. If the global oil price doesn't drop by then, we are looking at a May cliff where prices could jump even higher. At the same time, Eskom has officially hiked electricity tariffs by nearly 9% for direct customers.
Electricity costs, direct Eskom customers will be paying more for power from today. The utility has implemented its 8.7% tariffs for the 2026-2027 financial year.
If you are struggling to keep the lights on and the tank full, you are not alone. This is the tightest financial squeeze we have seen in years. Now, you might be asking, if fuel and power has gone up, is there any good news? Surprisingly, yes. Food inflation has actually started to ease, sitting at around 3.5%. Thanks to a decent harvest, things like cooking oil and bread have stabilized. However, there is a shadow over the meat aisle. Recent outbreaks of foot and mouth disease are keeping beef and lamb prices high. So, while your sandwich might cost the same, your Sunday bread just got a lot more expensive. The big question is how long food prices can stay down while transport costs are going up by 7 rand per litre for diesel. Usually, the shelf prices follow the fuel prices after about a month. South Africans will have to prepare for a bumpy month of May. This brings us to the politics. In a normal year, the ruling party would take all the blame for these hikes. But this isn't a normal year. We are governed by a coalition of rivals. Right now, the GNU is facing its midterm crisis. With the 2026 local government elections just around the corner, the cooperation we saw last year is turning into competition. We saw a massive flare-up recently over the national budget. The DA and other partners are pushing for more spending cuts, while the ANC is under pressure to increase social grants to offset these rising costs. In Johannesburg, the tension is even worse. The fight over a 10 billion rand wage agreement has turned into an open war of words between Action SA and the DA. It shows that while things might look calm at the national level in Cape Town or Pretoria, the local level is a battlefield.
On Thursday, the Gauteng High Court precinct in Johannesburg was the scene of unrest as scores of municipal workers, primarily affiliated with the South African Municipal Workers Union, gathered to voice their opposition against the DA's court application. The demonstration was a direct response to the party's attempt to secure an interdict that would prevent the city of Johannesburg from proceeding with the implementation of a comprehensive 10 billion rand salary agreement. SAMU's Deputy Regional Secretary Richard Muilwa says this is an effort by the DA to settle a political score.
So, is the government falling apart? I don't think so. Most analysts agree that the center is holding. Both the ANC and the DA know that if the coalition fails now, the markets will panic, and that 17 rand diesel price we are worried about for May could look like a bargain. The GNU is currently in a muddle-through scenario. They are disagreeing on the small things but sticking together on the big things to keep the country's credit rating stable. But the April squeeze is the first time the coalition has had to deal with a massive, popular anger over the cost of living. How they handle that makeshift will tell us if this government will last until the next general election. The bottom line is April is definitely a month of survival for the South African consumer. Between electricity hikes and the fuel shock, our resilience is being tested once again. But we want to hear from you. Have you noticed the electricity hike in your area yet? And do you think the GNU is doing enough to protect us from these global price shocks? Let us know in the comments below. If you found this breakdown helpful, hit that like button and subscribe to South Africa Simplified. We make the complex news easy to understand, so you can stay ahead of the curve. See you in the next one.